Hey everybody, it is Sarah Ayler from softflexcompany.com. I see Gail is on here on YouTube already. Hello, Gail. I feel like you're always our first person on here and ready to go. I see Opal Moon. Hey friends, we are going to be opening our kit today, the Happy Owl-leen Design Kit. And I'm super excited to see what's inside of it. I helped create it, but I often work at the front end of the kit and I don't always get to fully see it when it's all together. So kit day is always super exciting for me too, because I get to open the full kit and see what's going on inside of there. We of course have two new kits today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And I have some other fun announcements for you. So in just a little bit, my friend Sarah James is going to be joining us, and she's just going to hop on for a little bit, and I will give you our big announcement then. You may have already seen it. It went up on both websites earlier today, but we do have an event coming up that I think you guys are going to love. And so we'll talk a little bit about that when she is able to pop on here. Hi, Deb. Deb's part of the event, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, let's wait for Sarah for that. So Softflex does a kit every single month. This month is no different. We did our Happy Owl-leen kit. We usually try to hit a theme that makes sense for the following month, because I'm revealing the kit today, but now all the people out there who have the kit are going to be posting pictures of what they make for it all month long. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to see all of the sweet Halloween creations as they pop into our Softflex VIB group. And as all of the designers are invited to make as many designs as they like from the kit, mostly using components from the kit, but you can also put in your own personal components if you want to add something or need a few extra beads here or there that aren't in the kit. You're welcome to do that, but we should be able to see some of the items from the kit in the design, and every design becomes an entry to win our next kit. You can post those designs into our Softflex VIB studio group, and every single kit will come with a card that explains the whole process to you. And all of our kits come wrapped up just like this, and just like the one I just showed you. And they're a lot of fun. So I'm going to open one today. We're going to make some things, and then that's going to kick off the best part, I think, which is everyone else making their creations and posting their creations today. We have an additional fun giveaway going on in the VIB group. If you have your Happy Owl-leen designs already done, because you work ahead, and you post them today for September 29th, get my hand cam over here, you can enter to win a $10 store credit from a Softflex company. And that is through our Joyful Beading Challenge, which people have been doing all month long. Tag it not only with the tag for the Happy Owl-leen Design Kit, but also tag it with Joyful Beading today. And you will be entered to win that $10 store credit for today. Only 2 days left. I can't believe it. That went so fast. So you can do Happy Owl-leen today, and then tomorrow we have one more credit to give away, which is to use a heart in your jewelry for National Love People Day. Where does Kristen find these these holidays? Who knew? Who knew it was National Love People Day? Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you. I see Brooke from Detroit. Hi, Brooke, watching on Facebook. It is Kit Day. Colleen says it's one of her favorite days of the month. Me too. I love Kit Day. Very, very exciting. Oh, I see my friend Stephanie is here. Hi, Stephanie. It's great to see you. And of course, I'm super excited to see Deb. Hang out, Deb, because we will have Sarah James jumping on in a little bit, and we will talk about that event that we have coming up. Oh, Colleen says, thank you so much for doing the joyful beading. It's given me so much motivation to make things. I'm so glad. That is really the point of it all, is to motivate us and just get our creative juices flowing. And speaking of joyful beading, I pulled out what the girls made. We didn't quite get it done in time for the prompt on Friday, but we beaded over the weekend. And I pulled out, I have like a stash of Halloween beads and buttons apparently. And I pulled those out, and Hazel made this really lovely necklace and a free-form necklace. They both gravitated towards the Jack the Skeleton button from Dress It Up Buttons, the sister company to Jessie James Beads. And so they both wanted one of those, and she made that really fun necklace. And then Evelyn made herself a bracelet, and I showed them how to do a button closure. And you'll see I crimped Evelyn's twice because she is extremely hard on jewelry. I have to re-crimp her stuff like all the time. She's just kind of a energetic, 7-year-old who's always out there doing stuff. So I decided this time I would double crimp, and hopefully that will keep it going. But hopefully you guys, not only, last week on Friday with the prompt, do try to encourage kids to bead, whether it's your nieces, your nephews, your kids, your grandkids, your neighbor kids. It's just such a beautiful hobby that transcends ages. Whether you're young or you're old, you can bead. And everybody enjoys it. And it's always so wonderful. You can finish a project in one sitting, which I think is one of the most fantastic parts of beading. And it's a great art form for kids to express themselves and have fun. So think about who in your life maybe you can add, give a little beading stash to. Maybe you have some leftover beads and a little spool of Stretch Magic. We added the tiny spools of Stretch Magic that are only like $2.99. Grab one of those, grab a bead mix that you have left over, and see who you might want to give it to encourage them to bead. Oh, Marisol, are you talking about the Happy Owl-leen Kit? I can't wait to open it. I'm super excited. We also had a prompt on Monday that was use a button in your jewelry. So the girls kind of took care of that by using the button in their design. But I also made this while they were beading. I used one of our new Tierracast Starry Night buttons. So it is made in the USA here in Sonoma County in Northern California by Tierracast. And it's a brand new button. They just came out with it really recently, like in the last couple weeks. And I took that and just crimped with a 2x2 millimeter crimp to the button. And then I just added on some of those little check beads that we have. And we have some check crystals in the shop. And then I did some knotting with our black Soft Flex 019. So I took both strands, and there's a video that we did recently with Danielle Wicks, and I knotted between the sections of beads. And that's how I got this sweet little bracelet. And then I just crimped on the other end with a loop that can fit over my button. So there is that. Oh, good. Robin says she just ordered. I missed Robin. There she is. Robin said she just ordered the new kit and the bead strands. And I see Brooke is taking a lot of her supplies with her to Florida because she's going to create with her niece. I love to hear that. Beach themed stuff is so fun. I love that. Let's see. Colleen says she doesn't have any small children in her world, but she's looking to borrow someone's kid. Oh, I'm sure you can find someone that wants you to borrow their kid right now. I doubt it will be very hard, especially in pandemic living. Okay, so we have 2 new kits today, and when Sarah jumps on, I'm gonna talk about the trick or treat kit. You will be looking for a kit from us and Jessie James Beads, but we will go over that when she gets here. Hopefully she does get here. She's not great with time zones, so we'll see. We'll see if she was able to calculate the right time this time. She tried to log on 2 hours ago, and I was like, Sarah, it's not time yet. Okay, so new kit for next month. This is our full-sized kit for Kit Day. It is a Woodland Walk design kit, I think is what we named it. And is that right, Thomas? Woodland Walk? I want to make sure I have it correct. And this will be shared on October 27th. Please don't share anything from the kit, not your designs, not the kit itself, into the VIB group until the reveal day after I reveal it in my normal 3 p.m. video. And that will be October 27th that I will be opening this and kicking off the Woodland Walk Design Kit Challenge. So I know somebody posted a design that's gorgeous last week from the Happy Owl-leen Design Kit. And we ended up taking it down, of course, telling her we love it because it's a beautiful design. And hopefully she posted again today. But we did take it down because I know some people like to wait until Kit Day to open their kit. And we hate to see anyone get disappointed. So a little bit of a clue what Woodland Walk might look like. This is the bead strand that complements the kit. So you can get the kit and then you can buy the bead strand in addition if you want more beads that may work well with the kit. So in this kit, you're going to see some beautiful bone colors, cream colors, and then some beautiful browns, and then red jasper colors, and then even a little bit of soft, like minty green in the kit. So you can tell from this bead strand, it's going to be really, really pretty. This is a gorgeous strand. I know, I agree. It's got these great bead caps. And then I love these star crystals. These are made for us from Jessie James Beads. They are custom made, so it's not something that they're selling on their website. You can only find it through us, and that is really wonderful. I see Sarah James is here. Sarah, are you going to hop on video? What's happening with you? And I would love to do that before I get into the kit if you're able to hop on sometime soon here. All right, so that's the Woodland Walk bead strand. If you want to grab that with the kit, those are both available on the website as of today. Yes, all of the JJB strands and mixes we do for Softflex are custom. Yeah, so we send Jessie James Beads our list of things that we're doing, and they take that, the color schemes that we're working on, and then they build us a custom mix for our kit. And then we usually get at least one, if not a couple, custom bead strands that we can match with the kit. And the Happy Owl-leen still has some bead strands left too, although this kit is fully sold out. But you can still get the bead strand for it. It's a beautiful black bead strand. Okay. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. Spend $59 on the website. Get a $10 store credit. They will apply your store credit next week on the 6th, and it will be good through the end of the month. So basically, it's like getting $10 back if you spend over $59. I'm adding you to the stream, Miss Sarah James.
Hi.
Ooh. Okay, do you have volume?
I do.
I'm hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Let me pop this out. and move over.
My hair.
Do you have your volume on?
Yeah, my volume's on. I can hear
you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, you're okay on my end. So you need a microphone on your end. Maybe headphones?
No, I don't have that.
Or something like that.
It says,
or did you approve audio?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is live video. It just is always so tricky.
The crowd.
Do you want to pantomime today? All right, I'm going to give you a second and you work on that and then you let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you think you're ready. So I'm going to start talking. Oh, you're ready already? All right. Oh, okay. Is it working?
I can hear you. The crowd can hear me.
I can hear you. I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Sarah James?
Yes.
Weird.
Baby.
Okay, well, we're going to talk and I'm going to just read your lips. Because I can't hear you.
Okay. Is audible.
I've got my trick or treat kit. And so Sarah James and I have been thinking about how we could make an event together. We both like Halloween an awful lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to create an event where you can trick or treat from each of our companies. You can trick or treat from Softflex for art supply treat bag. And then you can go over to Jessie James Beads and trick or treat for their bead bag. And then you put the two together and we're going to have a 2-night event. That's going to be 4 designers making designs from these 2 kits. So it's going to be me and Kristen Fagan from Softflex Company. And then who do you have coming, Sarah James?
From Jessie James Beads, we have Deb Floros and Brittany Chavers. So what's really cool about this event is you're going to trick or treat the 2 kits. You'll get the beads from Jessie James Beads, and you'll get the findings from Softflex. So you'll know your treats. Those are your treats that you'll receive in the mail. And the trick is that you won't know the projects that you will be making along with until the event night, which is October 21st and 22nd from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have special access for those who buy both of the kits, which you're going to want to buy both of them anyway if you plan on making along. If you buy both kits, you will be given access to a special VIP after party Zoom where we will be wine tasting and having just a little casual maker session, making some more jewelry, hanging out, chit-chatting, and having a good time.
Yeah, and I can hear you now because I turned my volume on.
Yay! I love us.
I'm a mess. Anyway, I'm so excited. I ordered my wine today. I am like all in for the wine tasting party after. We're going to combine our lists of who's purchased both kits, and only the people that have purchased both will get exclusive access to the wine tasting and after party. So we're looking forward to that. The rest of it will be streamed live. So the 2, jewelry making sessions will be streamed live. I see Lydia's got her, she watches me regularly and she knows me all too well. Oh boy, I am not the technology person.
I'm dropping a quick link in here right now. I saw Softflex put one for the Softflex kit. Here is the JJD portion of the kit. The trick or treat party kit. So you can get both. Let's see, is that correct? Looks funny. Sorry. But anyway, we're like super excited about this. So Jessie James Beads does events like this online fairly frequently, and Softflex does the Great Bead Extravaganza. So we thought, how cool would it be to team up with each other? We do the monthly mystery kits with Softflex every month, but we haven't done like an online maker party. So that's what it is.
And it's in the evening. It'll be 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. So we're hoping that Thursday and Friday, it's October 21st and 22nd, that it'll be really accessible for people to be there live, although you can watch it on replay as well if it's not possible for you to be there live. One other thing I wanted to mention. I got my magical mystery bead box.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Have you opened it yet?
I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to open it on Friday at 1 o'clock, and I'm not sure where, but I will let all of you know. I think it's going to be on the Softlex page, but Sarah and I are still chit-chatting about that.
Yeah, we'll get those details. We'll get those details under lock. There's been so many moving parts with event planning and kit building and live scheduling that I feel like I need, I need a secretary or someone to help me keep it all together.
I know. I was telling them last week to mark on their calendar to starting 10/22 with this event. I have something major going on every Friday for 4 weeks. Wow. And so I'm like, just book it, like put it on your calendar. Friday evenings are busy for like those 4 weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got Jessie James Beads in the trick or treat jewelry making party. Then the week after that is our takeover day in the Great Bead Extravaganza group, which is always a big deal. And then the third one, we're doing a bead swap that hasn't even been announced for Great Bead Extravaganza. That's going to be like a whole afternoon of crafty fun. And then the next one is our preview night. And then we have Great Bead Extravaganza. So it's like, it's a lot going on, but it's going to be a really fun fall.
Yeah, a really great fall leading into the holiday season. I feel like I say it almost every month, like, wow, I can't believe September is over, or I can't believe August is over. And here we are, a new month starting. But it's really so great to be able to have these cool events online, to be able to really support and feel the love and energy of community. And that's what I'm so excited about, our trick or treat event. And then also, of course, JJB Winter Workshop that's coming up in December.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's just like, I feel like COVID has so many horrible things that came out of it. But one of the most beautiful things is that I think the beading industry is changing in the way that we collaborate, and especially collaborate in a very inclusive manner, in that we're online and everyone can access it from wherever they are and whatever they're doing and whatever level they're at. It's all accessible, and that's great.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I'm so excited for the trick or treat jewelry making party with Jessie James Beads and Softlex Company. This is going to be such a blast, guys. The tickets are limited for this one. So if you're interested in joining, please do hop over to Jessie James Beads and check it out. And also over at Softlex. And I know you guys are releasing a kit today, so I'll let you get to it.
All right. Thank you for stopping in, Sarah. Sorry for my technology problems.
I think it adds to the character, It's just like,
it's just part of who I am. Yeah, it's just who I am. Whatever.
Awesome, Sarah. Well, you look beautiful. Your smile is lovely as always, and I'm so excited to be having this event with you guys.
Same to you, friend. Where are you?
I'm in Colorado.
I'm always curious. Like, what state is Sarah James in today?
Colorado.
All right. Thank you for being here. And I will see you for our trick or treat party coming up in just a week.
Sounds great, Sarah. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, goodness. This is going to be a big deal, you guys. I am stoked that we get to do this really cool thing together. So our kit is pretty limited in supply. And the reason being is that we put craft wire in it because we knew some of the designers might want to use a craft wire in addition to soft flex beading wire. And we have a much more limited supply when it comes to craft wire. And so we had to do a smaller run of this than we normally would. It's not the same numbers that we would normally do like in our regular kit. So I'm thinking this is probably going to sell through pretty quickly. So make sure you nab one of these for certain, and it'll have all your supplies for those 2 events if you want to make along with us. It'll have soft flex wire. It has our craft wire. It has some findings and of course a surprise or 2 as well. So we're excited to get that out to you. We're also doing 20% off what it would cost if you bought all the parts retail. So you can get a little bit of a discount by buying it in the bundle like this as well. Okay, gosh, how many minutes in are we? And we have not even opened this kit. Can you believe that? Here we go. Here we go. Who is excited to open the kit? Here we go. Me, I am. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what you guys make with this kit. That's my favorite part. Not what I make. I get to see what I make all the time. I love to see what you guys make with the kits. Okay, so most of our kits are similar. Like I said, this particular kit is unfortunately sold out. However, just going to move this down a little bit. However, you can buy the other kits that are going to be for next month. Here we go. And all of our kits are fairly similar in that they contain beads, they contain findings, they contain some sort of wire, and you should be able to make multiple designs from the kit. Oh, look at that. I love to hear this. Trish says, I'm opening it with you now. I'm so late in the game this month. Oh, you're going to have to make like a pair of earrings or something to enter Joyful Beading today. Robin says, woohoo, got the trick-or-treat kit. Oh, good. I'm super excited for that party. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so what should we open first? Let's open the specialty bag first and see what's in here. What is wrapped up? Oh, I remember what this is. They were so worried that these would get hurt, and so they wanted to give them special wrapping. We put something I think you guys are going to love. We put 2 ceramic beads from Gollum Bead Studio into the kit this month. Aren't those fun? They're kind of a purple blue color with bright yellow stars. We also put 2 of the owls in your kit. And these are in a colorway that we didn't have on our website. We do have these owls in some other colors too. But this particular color we didn't have available on the website. And I'm so curious because one of these looks purple and one looks pink. Did you guys get owls that were all the same color? Or did you get owls that didn't have the same colors? Inquiring minds want to know because these look like 2 different. I wonder if this is one of those raku situations where they didn't match. So let me know what you got. We also have 2 cute little jack-o'-lanterns. If you want to make earrings or a necklace using your little jack-o'-lanterns, you can do that. Your owls were slightly different as well. How interesting. That was something I didn't hear about that I'll have to ask. So this is our soft flex in black. It is our medium diameter, which is our most commonly used diameter. You get 10 whole feet in the kit. So if you think of a foot as 12 inches, Most necklaces are not longer than 24 inches. You've got 5 necklaces that are quite long, or you could break it into at least 10 bracelets. So you can make quite a few different designs using just this one spool of wire. We did black onyx this month in honor of Halloween. Okay, let me grab a dish here. Let's look at our findings. We have 2 findings bags. One is our gold-filled 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes. Gold-filled crimp tubes are quite expensive these days. We've actually been talking about how we may not be able to do them in the kits if gold doesn't come down in price. It's a little tough, but I think we got some in here. I don't know if we got a full 20 pack or not. It looks like it might be of the crimps. And then we've got some Tierracast pieces as well. We put 2 sweet little Tierracast feathers in the kit. And then they make this really cool owl that is a big whole bead. So I'm going to be real curious to see how you guys end up using that sweet little owl. And then we've got some basic findings in here. We've got 2 pairs of gold ear wires. We've got some gold jump rings. And then we've also got a gold lobster clasp. So if you're going to make a lot of jewelry, you may need more findings than what is in the kit. But this is a good way to get you started. If you're a beginner and you don't have these things on hand, we try to put a little bit of everything in here so you can make a bracelet, a necklace, earrings, like a few different things, and then maybe start adding in some other things. This dish is a haze tray, and my husband got it for me. And every time I use it, somebody asks me where I got it. I love it. It's I have a few of them, and they are super handy. So we have 2 bead mixes in this kit. Usually we do bead strands, but we got a really good deal from our check glass guy on a check glass bead mix. And so we were able to include that in here. And it's a really nice mix of black and orange check glass beads. It's a scoop of beads, which means that you may have multiples of the same bead. You may have just one of some of the beads. It's kind of like each mix is going to be unique, basically. It's kind of like a, what's that called? Russian roulette. you don't know what you're gonna get. Each one's gonna be a little different and unique. I've got some really nice long pieces in here that I'm excited to see, and even a couple of these matte black ones that are lovely. And then I've got some orange squares, and I've got some petals. Black ladybugs. I love that. Black butterflies. Sweet. If you're doing a fairy for Halloween, those might be really fun. Okay, and then last but not least, let's look at our Jessie James Beads Bead Mix. There are some extras of these available today on the website as well. It is our Owl-leen Bead Mix. We usually overrun what we're going to put into the kit and have, I don't know, maybe 30 of the bead mixes. Since the kit is sold out, the closest you can get to buying this kit would be to buy the bead mix and maybe some black wire and maybe some owls. We have owls in other colors, but this bead mix is not available. The feathers and the owl, some of those things are just in the kit. They're not available on the website at all. Okay, let me see what other comments I'm getting over here. Stephanie says, usually the beads I like in a bag like that are the ones I have the least of. Oh man, that's always tough. Colleen says, I only got one too. He's so cute. Oh, good. Robin got 2 black ladybugs. I got quite a few of those black ladybugs. Let's see. I got 4. He must have known I'm the ladybug lover in this group. You know, I'm kind of ladybug obsessed. The butterflies are so cute. I know. I think they're cute too. It's always fun when you get something that is, oh, they do have a little bit of a shine to them. It's always fun when you get something like a black ladybug. Like, it's so perfect for Halloween. It reminds me a little of like Nightmare Before Christmas, or like a black flower. You know, like, I don't know. It's kind of perfect when you're going into a Halloween show. Okay, so let's look at the Jessie James beads. And everybody's mix will be different. You may get some more of one thing and less of another, or not any of some things. That's just kind of the way the ball rolls when it comes to the mixes. Now, the Jessie James beads mix, however, every single one should be the same or pretty close to similar. And in this bead mix, we've got some big round crystals and some big square crystals. We've got some beautiful little purple dangles and black dangles too. Thank you to everyone who's placing your orders for those trick or treat kits. I see your orders going through. So thank you for doing that. And thanks just for always supporting us, like all of our little things that we're doing to keep our small business going. We really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun for us that we get to do all these events and things. But we're doing them because hopefully you guys are enjoying them too. But we're enjoying them. I can't wait for this upcoming 4 weeks of Fun Fridays. I'm going to call them Fun Fridays, I think. Get that fun little cube. And then we've got a bunch of metal in this mix. We've got some bead caps, some spacer beads, all sorts of fun stuff. What do I want to make today is now the question. Let's see, what is inspiring me today? I love these golem beads. I think those are really special. I've used these owls so much. I think I'm going to wait on the owls because I've been owl crazy. Oh, did you guys see the owl that I did on Instagram last week with the chain? We added chain last week, and I did an Instagram reel with the yellow version of the owl and then crimped a chain tassel at the bottom. These are my new favorite earrings. I keep wearing them every day. They're so fun. This would be cute with the little black ladybug and then a nice long chain tassel. I could see that being a lot of fun. Oh, Jessica, you're welcome. We love doing it. It's so much fun. Thank you, Colleen. That's nice to hear. Thank you. Thank you guys for the thank yous. Your orders are thank you enough, but it is nice to hear those sweet words too. Okay, so I love these feathers. Kind of dying for the feathers. I like this owl. So it's kind of unusual that it has such like a big hole. And I wonder if I should do something with these feathers and the owl as the centerpiece. Maybe hang some feathers from it. Could be fun. And then we can figure out how we want to string the owl up from there. Okay, so I'm thinking, if I'm thinking owl and I'm thinking kind of Halloween or fall, like I feel like this kind of peachy colored bead is really pretty and could be lovely. I do like that color a lot with purple. Could do like a purple sparkle bead. And do I want to mix my metals? I could do a copper bead cap. Trying to think about, did I want to add some black in there too? Got some nice little black beads I could do. And what do you guys think about the copper mixed with the brass color? Do you like that together, or do you think that'll be strange to have the two mixed together? Looking to see. I can play with some more of it, you know, up in the design up here too. So we're getting both colors mixed in. Teresa, there is a link. Maybe Thomas can help link it again for the Jessie James beads if you want to get their trick or treat kit as well. I saw that Tony was up late last night making a knotted necklace with this kit, her first knotted necklace. I saw Tony because we started takeovers in the Great Bead Extravaganza group. And Andrew kicked it off last night in the middle of the night. He had a video. It was 11 o'clock here in California, 2 o'clock in Pennsylvania where he's at. And yeah, it's I was astonished, but I saw Tony there. She told me she was working on her design. Okay, so let me get this going. You'll notice something different about our spools, and this is not something we willingly chose, but as many supply chains are having difficulty getting things, one of the things that we found is the spool that we normally get for our 10-foot length is having a problem being made by the manufacturer. They're having a difficulty with it. So they sold us a spool that is a little deeper than what we normally use. And so you've got to really stick your fingers in there to get the clip off. Hopefully this is a temporary fix and they're able to figure it out and get us our normal spool soon. But I don't know if you've noticed, there's just like a lot of supply chain problems going on again from COVID. It is kind of the never-ending small business issue. That and postage is going up. USPS postage first class, I guess, is going up exponentially. I think it's like at least $5 for any size package. Oh, Colleen, a wire shortage of what kind? We are not having a wire shortage. We are not producing our 24 karat gold because the price of gold is so high. We had to stop making it for a while. But if that gold price comes down after the pandemic, which I think it will, then we will make a batch of it again. We just need to make it at the right price point that it makes sense for all of you to use it in your jewelry designs. Yeah, Becky says Allegory Gallery is going on until midnight tonight. So you can still catch them and you can watch all the back videos of what Andrew and William have been up to today in the takeover. And then Candy takes over on Friday. If you want to check out Candy Cooper on Friday, she will be available on the Great Bead Extravaganza too. And boy, speaking of small business woes, I couldn't believe what happened to Candy earlier this week. And, my heart really went out to her because she was in a pickle, but I'm glad that there was a solution and they got it all figured out. Yes, Mercedes is saying that postage costs are rising and services will be delayed. Yes, we started putting a notice into our emails. Hopefully you're seeing it. Some, about 60% of the packages they're saying will not be affected, but about 40% of them will be delayed. So if it's a first class package, and it will cost more in addition, I think it's going up to like $5 a package. So yeah, so keep a lookout on that. And boy, oh boy. And then the cost of just everything is going up. I mean, all of our packaging parts, it's a lot to think about some days. And then, yes, I felt terrible for Miss Candy, but thankfully she got it worked out, and now she knows, and she can kind of think about whether Etsy is the right platform for her. But she is going to be doing takeover on Friday, as far as I know, in GBE. So you guys can check that out. Allegory Gallery today. We're doing it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I forget who starts up next week. Maybe Christy Friesen on Monday. There's a schedule in the Great Bead Extravaganza group. I posted the schedule and the announcements. So go there and look at the schedule and see when your favorite company is taking over, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you can see what they're going to be doing. So I just did a simple connection inside this owl, and then I crimped it. So, and then I'm gonna do some dangles from it, I think. So I'm just gonna start on one side and string up what I have, and then I can kind of decide if I want a little bit of that wire to show. I feel like the copper and this antique brass look really nice together, so I don't think it's going to bother me too much that I'm mixing it up here. And what I can do is I can either dangle this lower and do long dangles, or I can keep it up high. I'm thinking a nice long dangle might be the way I want to go. And I grab one of these 2x2 millimeter crimps that came in the kit, and just take it to wherever it is that I wanted to attach, somewhere like there. I'm going to take my feather. Now these Tierracast feathers can be patina painted. If you want to add a little bit of patina paint to it to add a little color, you can totally do that as well. I'm going to take my wire and then string it back up through my 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, and leave it loose enough that it can dangle and feel comfortable. Get your wires so that they're side by side inside your crimp tube, so you're getting a nice, clean, straight connection. And then I'm going to take my magical crimpers, which I used earlier while we were chatting, but I'll explain it for anybody who is brand new to beading. They have a little notch on either side that is identical. And when you push them together, it makes a sort of a little domed area. We center that crimp inside of that dome and compress. It'll give us what looks like a little four-corner ravioli. And then we turn it on its side and compress again, and just go around and around. You're compressing the edge of the crimp tube into the wire and also into a beautiful little round ball. And so it gives you a nice strong connection, but also looks really lovely, and you don't have to add a crimp cover or anything to it. Then we slide in with our cutters and trim. And that's our first little dangle. And then we can work on our next one, which is a little shorter. Oops, let me get the bead cap on there. Hey, that's great to hear, Lavender Mystic. They say, love this mini collection. It's my first time ordering one of these kits, and she already filmed an unboxing and is now working on a necklace. That is awesome. I can't wait to see it. That's really exciting to hear. Colleen says, if you're crimp cover illiterate like me, these magical crimping pliers will change your life. I love them. Yeah, I love crimp covers too sometimes when I want like a bigger presence. But it is nice to not have to use a crimp cover if I don't want to. Definitely am good with that. And I'm going to crimp this up a little bit higher. I usually like I like when things aren't exactly evenly spaced, and it just feels nice to me to have it be a little bit higher. I'll probably still leave a little bit of wire there at the top. So I'm thinking like maybe here, so the beads start just a little bit above the others. And I will string on my other feather, 2 feathers. So you could do earrings. You can do a situation like I have going here. I'm going to look at my 2 loops and just kind of compare and contrast. Are they about the same size? It doesn't need to be perfect, but it's nice if they look similar, right? And then I can go ahead and use those magical crimpers, that life-changing tool, and compress. So more than likely, I will be on again here on the Softflex page at 1 o'clock on Friday. And I will be doing an unboxing of the Jessie James Beads Magical Mystery Box this month, which does contain some Softflex beading wire. So I'll be making a design using that box on Friday. If you want to check that out with me and come hang out. Let's see what Jessica says. She still hasn't jumped on the magical crimping plier bandwagon. She feels like she doesn't want to abandon her crimpers. Well, your crimpers must have some strong feelings then. Let's see. What does Trish say? She stopped using those crimp covers since she got the magical. Yeah, there's sometimes I still like them if I want it to look like a bead, you know, like a big bead and have a substantial size. Like down here, I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit bigger on the bottom, or even here, I might like to use one to just make it look a little bit larger and have that more of that metallic presence. But sometimes I'm fine with just the crimp too. Okay, so there's the bottom of our necklace. Now let's decide what we want to do on the top. So I can string the same way. I can do another one of these connections and go out. If I want to, I could also just string it with beads next to it. So I could just do, you know, some actual beads stringing the wire, which might be kind of fun. Let's see what else we've got that I would like to play with. Got some more of this beautiful copper. Ooh, I love this purple crystal. It's definitely going in there. I love that. Let me make sure there's another one. Oh, there it is. Good. And then maybe I would do like some of the black beads. I was really drawn to this long black bead. There's 2 different versions. There's this one, which is quite a bit longer. I think I'm liking the smaller oval if I have 2 of those. The tricky part with the bead mix is you got to make sure you've got the right number of things. I've got 2 more of these I could throw in. And I've got some bead caps to throw on them again to throw in a little bit more of the copper that we used earlier. Ooh, I am just loving this already. Although it's not giving me a Halloween vibe, it is giving me a fall vibe. But that's okay. Not everything has to be super Halloween from the kit, even though it is does have some Halloween elements to it. It's kind of nice that it can go both ways. If you don't want to go extreme Halloween on every design, you can definitely go more for the owl look. Let me see if there's anything I'm missing over here. Looks good. Okay. So I'm thinking this is pretty good. I might do one more little black bead up here just to get that in. There's a lot of really pretty beads in here. Like, look at this black bead. I know black's always a little hard to see on the camera. I like how that has just a little bit more texture to it. If I have another one of those, that's always the tricky part. Is that the same bead? They look so different. Okay, let's do one of those little texture beads here. And I think that's it. I think that's good. I'm happy with this. Look at how much stuff I have left too. After one necklace, I still have these gorgeous crystals. I still have all of the tassels. Ooh, look at this black beauty. These would make great earrings with that, with the feather. You just do this little drop and attach to the feather. That would be fun. Still lots of stuff from the bead mix, and then tons from the Halloween bead mix that I can use. All right, so I'm going to string this up. Let me get some wire out, my spool. All right. And I'm just going to start with a crimp, just get it on there, because I know I'm going to string it. I'm going to have to string it eventually anyway. And we will get to stringing. Yes. Thank you, Colleen. I totally agree. She says that's another awesome thing about the kits. You can absolutely make several things so you can switch it up. Yeah, you don't have to stay on theme. And in fact, this theme is kind of a mixture of fall and Halloween with Happy Owl-leen. Funny thing about the name, we named it Happy Owl-leen, and there's something inside of my bead. I wonder if I can work it out. Do I have another one? Of course I don't. Let me see if I can get it out with my tweezers. I think I have my tweezers in my tool bag here. So we went to name it, and ooh, I've got my beading awl from my knitting spool. Let me see if it'll work out. Sometimes you can pop stuff like that out. Sometimes you can't. Let's see. And I wrote down Happy Owl-leen, and James thought, oh, is that an error? But he didn't say anything to me. And maybe a piece of craft wire, which I, of course, don't have sitting here. Maybe this memory wire. Let's try this. It's a little stiffer than, but still skinny. Can she figure it out, folks? No, I don't think I can get it out without doing some, oh, maybe I just got it. Let's see. James thought it was an error, but he didn't say anything. So we went ahead and named it Happy Owl-leen, but it's probably supposed to be Happy Owl-leen, right? Wouldn't that make a little more sense? I go, oh well. Either way, it's hard to say. So I'm not sure you win either way. All right. stringing up my beads. So did you guys see how I got that out of the bead? I took a little bit of memory wire, which is a steel wire that's really strong. You could also use a craft wire, and I just pushed it in there to pop out whatever was sticking inside of it. You'll often find beads get stuff stuck inside of them from when they were manufactured, and or if they were on strings before, or who knows where it originated. So you can always kind of pop it out. Let's see how this holds up in the middle. I'm curious to see if the owl is going to turn on me or not. That's the only thing I'm a little worried about, and I see it's happening. Do you see how it's kind of spinning? So what that means to me is I probably need to do the similar thing on the owl. I need to attach it to the top and see if that helps it to stay put. Do you guys have any other ideas for how to keep it from spinning? I would love to hear what your ideas are. Have you used the owl yet? I'm thinking if I crimp up here, will that make it stay put a little bit better? Like that. That might be the ticket. So let me reprocess. This is part of beading on the fly, is you get to see what I do and you get to learn from my lessons along with me. Okay, so I'm going to grab a crimp and I'm going to let this up just a little bit more so it's more out of my way. But keep those beads on there because I don't need to restring them again. And I'm going to string through the owl. Let's see if this works. If not, I might need some new ideas here. And I might have to change my design up a little bit, actually, because those beads aren't going to sit next to each other really well. So will this work? And how tight do I want to go down? Because I don't want to create a problem with it also doing stuff like that. We want it to, the weight of it to hold itself in position. Let's try this and see. See if it works or not. See if it slides around like it was. Half the fun of beading is the engineering and the problem solving. To get beads to behave the way that you want to, and also just the science of understanding how gravity works, you know. Yeah, that will make it stay in place when you're wearing it. The weight is going to pull it down, and that just kind of helps it to sit nice and straight. Let's see what Charlene says. Put a small bead on each side that fits into the hole and it may not spin. Oh, that's a nice idea. Let's see. Brooke says, I was having issues with commenting most of the day as well as watching lives. Oh, is that with Andrew at Allegory Gallery? Were you having some issues with the Great Bead Extravaganza or just videos in general? Becky says, last night, one of the questions Andrew asked for a chance to win a prize was, what is the hardest shaped bead to use? And I thought that was a tricky question because you can use any shape bead easily depending on what you're making. Oh, yeah, that's true. It does depend on what you're making and how you're using it. Let's see. Stacy says, we just went with it. You guys are so creative with these kits. Awesome. I love to see. Robin says she posted her kit designs. I can't wait to go see after the show. Oh, Rosanna has a good question. She's asking, how big is that hole? If it's big enough, you can put some rubber tubing in it. It's definitely big enough for rubber tubing. I would say it's probably like 3 millimeters big. It's a pretty big hole bead, which is why I chose it for the kit, because I like to choose those things that are just a little odd and a little different, and then see how everybody uses it. And I like to figure out how to use it too. Huh, Brooke, I wonder what was going on with that at the Great Bead Extravaganza. Hopefully it's just you. Unfortunately, hopefully it's just you. Okay, so I have to change up my style a little bit, because now what I've got is 2 wires coming out of the same crimp. And so that isn't going to fit very nicely together with these 2 round beads. So we're going to keep working, and we're going to make a necklace, but we may have to change it up ever so slightly. So one thing I can do is I can pick like a pointy shaped bead. They again won't fit perfectly, so it's something to think about. I can also string one big bead onto both wires if I want to, which could be kind of interesting. I can crimp beads up a little higher. I don't have to start my beads at the base. I can crimp and then have my beads and then crimp again. So maybe I will try that method. So if I want to do that, I'm going to grab one of my 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes and string it on my wire to about where I want to go. And then I'll grab a little dummy piece of soft flax and string it through the crimp tube so that I've got 2 wires inside of there. And then I'll just take my crimping plier and crimp it right onto that wire. And then I'll just cut off my extra wire on both sides, and no one will even know it was there. And it'll just give me a little bit of a stronger hold, especially a crimp like this that's at the bottom. It's holding beads up. So it needs to be really nice and secure. You don't want that slipping off of there. And I'm going to go ahead and crimp on the other side as well while there's no beads. Just try to make it a little easier, especially if you're matching up. So I can go even. I could even, if I wanted to, maybe go up a little higher if I wanted to be more asymmetrical, kind of like the bottom. I could sort of repeat that idea, which might be kind of nice. Maybe I'll do a mixture of beads, like 3 on this side and 2 on this side or something. Let's try it. Kate Richburg always says, you're the boss of your beads. You're in charge of your beads. But I do feel like there are some times where a bead like this owl kind of dictates what you end up doing, like the choices that you end up making. And what I love about that is that when I open one of these mystery kits, I have no idea where the beads are going to take me. Like I don't know. I have a general idea of what I might want to make, what I might be interested in. But I never know. I never know how it's going to turn out or what's going to happen, Okay, so we're doing kind of a new design here. So we're kind of back to square one. I'm thinking I want to get in this peach color. I want to get in this purple color again for sure. I've got these nice black rounds as well. And then I want to get some of the copper in again. So why don't we start with the purple? And why don't we let's start with the purple. Let's do just a little black bead. And I'm going to do these little stars in the purple on both sides. And then a little black bead. All right, and then I'm going to crimp that in place. Let's see. Where my wire am I? Oh, there it is. Oh, I love to see that, Thomas. Thomas is one of my lifelong coworkers. And I see Robin says she likes when the beads talk to her. And look at what my good friend Thomas said to Robin. This is what I love about working at Softlex Company, is that the people that I work with really do care about all of you out there, and they notice the things that you do. And yeah, it's just nice. It's nice to work with people that say such nice things, Thomas. Thank you for doing that. And then it's nice to be a part of a Facebook group where people say such nice things like that too. Oh, Colleen says she's rather fond of Thomas as well. Yeah, Thomas and I have worked together since I was 18. It's like I am now 42. We have worked together for 24 years. There was maybe a year in there or two where we didn't work together. We worked together at a coffee shop initially, and then I helped him get this job at Softlex, not knowing that I was going to work with him for the rest of my life. But he's a wonderful coworker and always has been a great asset at Softlex and a hard worker. So anyway, thank you for that nice comment to Robin. I couldn't agree more. Robin has some really fantastic designs that she posts monthly from our design challenge. And we always love to see what she is making. Oh, good. Brooke says that Thomas was really helpful today, and she's constantly impressed by people in the beading industry. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of good apples in the beading industry for sure. And a lot of them you can find over at the Great Bead Extravaganza. Those are some of my very favorite people in that group. Okay. Do I want to do the same design or do I want to vary it a little bit? It's kind of the next question. I don't think I want, or do I want to do like the orange on one side? I think I want to do the same thing. I think although I'm enjoying the idea that it's a little off-centered, I think I will be bothered if I go too wild in my asymmetrical design here. So the nice thing, I always tell you guys what I'm doing for dinner, right? The nice thing tonight is that I have meatballs in the crock pot. So I do not have to rush or worry about dinner after the live show. And I have bread baking in the bread maker. So I'm like doubly covered for not only my meat-loving family members, but my vegetarian 7-year-old. I can smear some peanut butter on some homemade bread, and she will be super excited tonight. Ooh, I'm liking this. I just love purple and orange together. Did we just do a purple and orange kit? Oh, purple. That was purple and yellow, wasn't it? I love purple and orange and yellow. I just love it. And I would have never guessed I'm a purple person, but I think I am a purple person more than I have almost no purple clothes, but I think I'm a purple person. It's really grown on me over the last year or two. Okay, and so I'm just kind of snugging it down to the bead and crimping at the top. so that I can anchor those beads in place on the wire. If you did a live sale order, James wanted me to tell you that he will be sending out messages today and tomorrow. I think he does it in alphabetical order. So if your name is towards the end of the alphabet, probably plan on something tomorrow. If your name is close to the beginning of the alphabet, you might hear from him today. And thank you for those orders. We sold so many wonderful things. I can't wait for you guys to get your baskets and see what you ended up getting. I think you're going to really, really be excited. Okay, so next up, I'm going to crimp just a little bit up, and I'm going to use this orange color to bring it in from the bottom here. So I'm going to get my crimp. And I'm going to go maybe about that same distance as the bottom here. Get my dummy wire, string it through. Thank you for posting the link to the great bead extravaganza group, Thomas. That's fantastic. Don't forget to go there after this and check out the takeover schedule. We aren't until the end of the month. Soft Flex starts with an S, so we're at the end. It's almost alphabetical, but I think we're the last takeover. We swapped with Tierracast to go last because the day just made more sense for us. And Kristen and I have big plans for takeover day. We're going to be doing a lot of holiday stuff, including Christmas ornaments in the Great Bead Extravaganza group. So I think our day is October 29th. So it's exactly a month from today. If you want to join us, and we will have deals and giveaways and all sorts of fun stuff going on, as will all the other presenters between now, starting with Allegory Gallery and then ending with Soft Flex. Okay. Oh, my owl's doing funny stuff again. I think he'll be fine when it's hanging, but he does, like, when it's just sitting, he may flip like this. But the weight of the feathers and stuff do pull him down when it's hanging on your neck, which is good. That's what matters most, how it looks when you're wearing it, right? Okay. Next up, do I want to just do, will this slip over the top of that? No. Do I want to just do the orange and copper? Kind of think I do. Just like a little blip there, and then I can crimp that in place. I wonder if I want to just kind of leave it like that, maybe just one orange. Why are you spinning around? Okay. Let me crimp that in place, and then we'll kind of take a look. Stand back and take a look. One of the things I can sometimes find challenging, maybe you can tell me if you find this too, is knowing when to stop. Like, do I have enough? Like, you don't have to use every bead possible in your design, you know, like sometimes it's okay to stop yourself and save those beads for a different design that you can enjoy making later. Having that, just that critical eye of, okay, this is done, you know, I don't need to do any more to it. Can be tricky. So I'm going to take a second and hold it up so that I can look at it in real life and think about it. I feel like it's a little odd. I feel like it's a little bit odd with just the one orange. So I'm going to add to it. I also feel like I need to get this crimp just rounded just ever so slightly more. What do you guys think? Do you feel like the one orange at the top would feel really awkward? I'm kind of feeling like it might, and I need to add one more. And then I'm going to feel a little more evened out. And then maybe even one more purple something up here. Colleen says she hoards a lot of beads because they're pretty. Don't even get me started on my bead hoard, Colleen. I have so many beads. It's crazy. Becky says she's a purple person, but believe it or not, she doesn't have many purple beads. A tube of seed beads and a few round faceted beads is all I have. I wonder if that's because you use your purple beads first, Becky. When you get a purple bead, do you use it right away? Mercedes says, I love that you measure with your hands and eyes. Yeah, I'm not a great measurer. I just, it's not my forte. Oh yes, Paula's saying he always does such a good job, and she can't imagine how much time that takes. He does. You know, Thomas writes our blogs, so he really does a fantastic job on those. And he did a blog for our Purple Petal Design Kit, which just went up today, and that has a bunch of designs that you guys posted, as well as some things that others have made using our last design kit. So you can check that out. But he is a hard worker and definitely very thoughtful. Okay, so I'm going to get this bead probably right about there is what I'm thinking. And is this long enough that I can get it in there and get it crimped? Is the question. I think so. I think I can do it. Got my little tiny, see that little spare wire? I can still use it. Great way to use up your leftover pieces. Thanks for being here with me, you guys. Thanks for supporting our kits. It's really nice. And it was just like so beautiful earlier this week to see everybody rally around Candy Cooper when her shop got shut down. What a great community to be a part of. You know, like in a world where there's just so much negativity on the internet. I mean, way, way, way too much negativity on the internet. What a fantastic group of people to get to spend time with. I'm very proud of the beading community that we have, not just here at Softlex, but just in general. Like the whole shebang is really lovely. Ooh, I'm liking that. I'm liking how this is going. This is one of those designs that's going to be really hard to photograph flat because it's really meant to be worn. So I'm going to have to figure out, maybe I will photograph it. Maybe I'll end up photographing it on a neck piece. Get my fingers right. I got a small wire here, but I want to get in there, secure that crimp, pull it tight against your bead because there's still going to be space left. When you're using crimping pliers, they're a little wider than the crimp. And so if you pull it up next to that bead while it's inside of the crimping pliers, it will just kind of naturally leave a little buffer of space, which is what you want. It's always good to have space. It helps everything to just flow naturally and fit nicely and feel good. All right. I'm thinking this is pretty good. Let me hold it up and look at it this direction. Ooh, I am liking this. I think I'm going to leave it at that. If if I wanted, maybe I could do maybe like one more black bead up here. Something small like this. Do one more. I think I'll do the black bead. Why not? I'm in it. I'm in it already. Just do it, Sarah. I do need a bigger wire piece though, because these little, I could probably do this little one here. Little wire pieces are getting to be a little bit much. All right, I'm going to go up to about here. And string my extra wire through. I cannot believe it, but I realized we are already on week 7 of school. Hey, and did you guys see that they're getting ready to maybe approve the vaccine for 5 to 11, which is 2 of my kids are in that age range. The 2 that are at home doing school. So I'm super thrilled about that and excited. Maybe I will get them back into school in the spring. And that would be fantastic. Oh yeah, I do like that little last black bead. I think will look good. Let me add one more crimp at the top. Oh, is Paula talking about James? Well, James is great too. I could go on about James for about 3 years too. Yeah, we've got a really fantastic team. You know what I did to them, you guys? This trick or treat kit. Sarah James and I wanted to talk about this kit for weeks, and she was on vacation and was sick at a point, and I went on vacation when my mom went out of town. I was taking care of the kiddos, and we just couldn't get together until the Friday before last, I think, is when we met and we decided what to do. And my amazing team of coworkers at Softlex put together the trick or treat supply kits in a week with no forewarning when we were already preparing our regular kit. And we have countless other things going on, and not one of them complained about it to me. I don't know if they complained about it to each other. And I wouldn't put it past them or blame them by any means, but they all just said, sure, we'll do it. That's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing to have a team like that where you can jump on something and they all just get on board and help you out, like pretty amazing. Okay, I'm going to try this on my neck. Let's see what we got going here and figure out. Ooh, I am liking that. That looks great. And I'm just going to do a little lobster clasp in the back. And it looks like I'm going to do it right at that end mark there. So let's go back here. I will be so glad when it's all over too, if you're talking about COVID. I think we all will. It is just so annoying. Thank you, Robin. Robin says, beautiful. Sweet Brenda says, looks fantastic. Yeah, I like it. I like how it's coming out. I'm just going to do a little lobster clasp, which came in the kit up here on the back end. And you can see I strung through the crimp into the clasp, back into the crimp. And then I'm just going to straighten this out and go ahead and crimp it. And then I can trim. And on the other side, I'm just going to take my 2 fingers, pull up to where that clasp is, and I'm going to then make a little loop that I can connect my lobster clasp to. You could also attach the jump rings if they fit with the lobster clasp. I didn't really try to make sure. Make sure your loop is big enough that it's going to work well with the lobster. That's pretty good. And then I always kind of check it out, make sure it makes sense. Looks like it might be a little bit off, so I'm just going to bring this down ever so slightly and tighten. There we go. That's feeling pretty good. And then the last thing I like to look at is my 2 loops. See how one's way bigger than the other? Probably tighten that up just ever so slightly. And again, because I'm going through it there, it's okay if it's a little bigger, but something to think about. And then I can go ahead and crimp off that loop the same way I've been crimping with my magical crimpers. Oh. And that's going to be that. And then I can just come in and trim my wire. And I've got a nice little attachment there. And a sweet little owl necklace. Although this owl wants to hide anytime I lay it down flat. He's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Yes, I'm going to have to work on getting a picture where he's willing to lay the right direction. But when I wear it, it looks like it will lay nice and straight. The weight of it is perfect. And he shows up really nicely. Just doesn't like laying flat. All right. That's it for Kit Day today. It was so fun opening the Happy Owl-leen Design Kit and designing with an owl. Another idea is you could put this really fun check glass owl in the center too. If you didn't want to fidget with this little guy here, you could always just string him and then do a similar design, and he will sit really nicely as well. And then of course you can change out what you use as a tassel. I used the feathers. But you could use the actual tassels. You could add the tassels to this if you wanted to add some color, whether you did it in purple or black. You could go either way. And yeah, there's lots of different options. You could even do like a dangle down here or a little pointy drop instead of the feather as an option as well. What a fun kit day we have today. So reminders, we have a limited supply on the Halloween supply kits for the event with Jessie James Beads, which is coming up on Thursday and Friday, October 21st and 22nd. So if you want to get in on these, if you get both our kit and Sarah James's kit over at Jessie James Beads, you will get access to a special event after the live stream where we will do a wine tasting with some wine that Sarah has chosen, and we will do some just live beading on Zoom. But we will also be live streaming for designers, and you can find out more about that on our Softflix Company Facebook page. The information's all listed there. 2 of the designers are me and Kristen Fagan, and so we're going to have a lot of fun seeing what everybody makes with that same kit. And then we will have our Woodland Walk Design Kit, which is gorgeous. Has some really special parts from a company that I love, that I have never put parts into a kit from before. So something very fresh in this kit that if you've bought our kits before, you've never seen before. And I'm excited about that. And it's a nice way for me to support another small business that I really love out there in the beading industry. And I look forward to talking about that next month on Kit Day, which is going to be October 27th. We will open this kit and be making from it. In the meantime, it is your turn to go take your Happy Owl-leen Design Kit and make with it. We can't wait to see what you make. Post it into our Softlex VIB group. Every design that you post is an entry to win our next kit. And yeah, so get on board with Fridays. We have a lot of fun Fridays coming up, starting with 10/22. I will be designing that day on the event, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, you guys. We got a lot to look forward to this fall, and I am so thankful for that because it just helps me. Like, I feel like sometimes I get a little blue from COVID, and just the separation of not seeing family for long periods of time. My best friend's been trying to figure out how to get out here, and she had to cancel her trip a couple weeks ago, and we haven't seen each other in just so long. And I know a lot of you are probably feeling that way too. So I hope these little online things that we're doing is giving you something to look forward to as much as it does me. And we'll just continue to get through it together and hopefully come out the other end with lots of good jewelry making experience. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you, as always, for ordering and using our products. Oh, Danielle signed up. Oh, I'm so glad, Danielle. I can't wait to spend time with you. It's a virtual bead-a-thon. It's going to be so much fun. Miss Danielle Wicks, love you. All right, I am out. And big love to all the replayers that watch this later. And hopefully, if you want one of those trick-or-treat kits, you're able to get one. You need one from us, and then trick-or-treat from Jessie James Beads and get their kit. You need both kits to go to the special event. All right. Talk to you guys on Friday. I'll see you at 1 p.m. Pacific on Friday. I'll be unboxing the magical mystery box from Jessie James Beads. It's like a whole Jessie James Beads week. Bye, everybody.